Chase Jones.
Well, things are slowing down in the Storm Team Weather Center, so if you see me in the hospitality tent, don't say anything because the food out there is pretty spectacular, including this weather as we make our way to a beautiful Friday evening. And if you don't get out there for the rodeo, trust me, there's a whole lot going on this weekend. That includes a fishing tournament. If you talked to me earlier today, I said it wasn't going to be windy. It's going to be about 20 miles per hour, so we got that wrong, but at least we got the temperatures right. Over the last 24 hours, dropping down near that 50-degree mark. Then they pushed up right at 90 degrees as foretold, and we're cooling off right now pretty slowly underneath those clear skies. But those winds out of the south are going to keep us humid as the evening rolls around. And then overnight, we're going to see a little bit of cloud cover make its way in. By Monday, watching it definitely build in from the north. 89 in San Angelo, everybody else at 89. If not, a combination of lower 90s and mid 80s across the entire region. 88 in Sterling City, 89 down there in Junction. Looking like about 4 degrees across the entire Concho Valley if you want to count Coleman all the way down to Ozona. But we're taking a good look at the instability making its way in by tonight. When we get to severe weather outlook, you'll see what I'm talking about. Dew points are up there in those 40s and those 30s, while humidity indices are still down there in those teens. But we'll see how much they make their way up. You can see some of those spots of green across the entire region, so humidity on the rise. Now, Moisture Tracker is going to show you how we're actually inside of a good concentration of green, but it's going to pull its way out of the northeast. But take a good look at this concentration of blue. It's going to work its way all the way from New York down into the Concho Valley by about Monday, and that's what we have our eye on for some of that instability. Now, that cloud cover working its way back in, and that drop in temperatures we've been talking about all week. Now, the upper level pattern showing you the high pressure just hanging out over Texas for beautiful rodeo weather. If you do see any dust out there, it's probably from that. But when we take a good look at the upper level pattern, we're keeping our eye on this cutoff low that will stay there for about a week with some impressive ridging hanging out around the four corners off towards the northeast, looking like a very impressive blocking pattern where we're going to see some of this cold air lock itself around the Great Lakes. So we'll see how much instability is pushed up from the subtropical jet across the Sierra Madres and into our area by next Friday, looking pretty probable for some rain. Now, water vapor imagery, we're going to keep our eye on this sort of river of moisture making its way slowly across the entire United States. Severe weather outlook is the Concho Valley today, but it probably has to do with the rodeo because things are about to get pretty wild. Now, down at the surface, whole lot of nothing going on, but we're keeping our eye on the red flag alerts and a little bit of cloud cover working its way in. We'll take you into the futurecast to see if we can't figure out what they're talking about. We see a little bit of cloud cover fighting its way back in by tonight, then tomorrow some instability. But here comes our storm that we've been talking about. By Monday, it slowly works its way in. Then we start to see those upper level winds and those lower level winds start to mix together over the Concho Valley. And hopefully by Friday, we might see a little bit of rain. So tonight, dropping all the way down into those beautiful lower 60s. Get out there and enjoy yourself. Then tomorrow, a good run at those mid 90s. But watch out for the wind. It's definitely going to pick up around that lunchtime hour. Then it's going to stick around all the way into Sunday. That's what's going to push us up around those triple digits. Now, I'm hovering back and forth, and Steven's going to take a closer look. By Monday, dropping about 20 degrees all the way into those 80s. But we are on the recharge. Take a good look. We're going to push all the way back up into those 90s. Here comes the rain while those overnight lows go from those 60s down into those 50s, then right back up into those 60s. Don't blow away. We'll have more KSAN news after the break.